Hello, everyone, and welcome to this webinar. I'm super excited to be talking about deploying agents today. I know that it's a webinar, so it's a live webinar, so probably people is going to come up, and we have a chat here. So if you have questions, we are online and multi-platforms, but whatever questions that you have, whatever you're watching, if it is on LinkedIn and X or YouTube, you can put your questions. And I want to make this a session as interactive as possible because I want to make sure that I'm respectful of your time because you come here to learn, you come here to learn a new skill, to learn a new topic, and I want to give this time for you to have your questions and use this as a constructive session so we can work together. And I want to learn more about you. I want to learn more about what you're building and what kind of agents were you using right now, what kind of problems you're facing right now. And yeah, if you're watching this later after this webinar goes live, this is going to be available. You can still make comments on YouTube or on X. I'm going to be there monitoring and always open for talking to you guys. So yeah, I'm super excited. And for context, my name is Rowan Weigert. I am developer relations here at GMI Cloud. And we have some announcements to make. We have a new product called AgentBox, which I'm going to talk about later. But I want to show you the main problems that you have the moment we want to make an agent live or to deploy an agent. And so on this conversation that I'm going to have with you, I'm going to show a little bit of the problems, the gaps, and how we can solve these gaps. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be sharing my screen. We're going to go over some presentations that I prepared just for you. After that, I will show you about AgentBox, what it is, and how we can deploy agents through there. And after that, I'm going to show you my live agent working, and I want to show you behind the under the hood of how those agent works. So yeah, let's dive into it. So I will gonna be sharing my screen right now. I'm gonna share my presentation right here. Give me a moment. Tab to the screen. All right. I just want to double check if you guys are able to see my screen. And I also have your guys' comments here. Let me know if you have anything. Okay. All right. So let's dive into it. So what we're going to be learning today is how to about the agent. So what is the agent? I know most of the people know, but I just want to make sure everyone are on the same page right here. How to deploy on a managed infrastructure, how to connect over 200 LLM models, and how to scale it. So the moment that you want to monetize those agents. Okay, so what is an agent? So pretty much it start with a framework. So the framework, it is the structure, the harness, the base. When I talk about framework, we're talking about Hermes, we're talking about OpenClaw, Tiny Human. So the infrastructure that holds your agents. And then have the skills. So the skills is the one that do actual the ones that do actual the task for you. So there, for example, I use a lot of Hermes, and my agent, every time that I use it, it gets smarter on that task. Every time that I do a twist, so I can work with it to do a next specific task that I'm looking for, and helps me a lot. but there are some problems as well that I'm going to just show in the next slide. So this framework plus the skills becomes an agent. Agent can call other tools, can call other tools, other elements to make this running. Okay, so the demo part is easy. So for you to go there and execute the demo, it's so easy. The problem is to push to production. Let me give an example of my real example here. So I have my Hermes set up on this computer right here. The problem is every time that I run this agent, it is a Chrome job at 8 a.m. every day. This agent search for the AI and machine learning news. So it gives me like overview, highlight, and gives me the link. So that's perfect. So if my computer is on or it is available, I have it. This news that comes to my Discord. I receive a notification on my phone, so I can see what's happening if there's a new model come up while I was sleeping. So that's a very good. So this was for today, June 10th. But if you go back to June 2nd, I believe the computer was off or something was wrong, and then I received this. So pretty much just a bunch of code there that doesn't make any sense for me. So this is the problem to be unreliable on the models. So I'm using local, and then it goes down. Okay, but you can tell me like, oh, that's just your test. But what if I made such a good skill that gives something super precise, and not just me, other people start using that. So that's the problem. I cannot sell this service for other people if I'm using this local my computer. The system gonna go down, and people not gonna like it. Imagine if people are paying for me for this type of service. And there's a lot of companies. We're gonna go over some use cases that it is on production. Those things cannot happen. So the moment that we are start to like become an entity as a LLC or a company, and we want to deploy those agents, and other people is going to rely on those agents to do their daily tasks. That's the most important part. We need to make sure it is stable. So the problems here that we just discussed. So first, it is the actual execution, the inference part. How are we gonna run all that? The observability, the distribution. So where are you gonna host this? What kind of models are gonna run this? Are we gonna run these models locally, or gonna pull from the cloud? For example, I was running over in over in January, I was running local models on my computer, and consumes a lot of memory to do a simple text generation if I run locally. How much this is going to cost in GPU usage? And then, I figure out the models. What about long task timeout, when that task keep running and over and over and over again, and then the system goes down, and what's going to happen? So those problems we're having right now. And let's say, okay, so I solved the inference part, have the models up and running. We have the long task timeout fixed. And then, okay, now costs. How much is going to cost to run this extra GPUs? How much is going to cost for me to host those models online? How much is going to cost for me to host this the agent online? And then, okay, the fourth layer, security, how we can make sure no one's going to hack that. We need to make sure we have so many problems that we have when we talk about deploying an agent. And that's what I'm going to show you an alternative. Of course, you can do this on your own. Of course, I do this locally. If there's different ways you can publish live, but what if you can do something that can take out all this workload from you, all this pressure to all those layers of security, layers of stability, layers of inference, and then you focus only on what you're good at, and on the product, on the development, on the quality of the work. So that's what I want to show you. One alternative that you have to use it, and that alternative is called GMI AgentBox. So the AgentBox, it is easy deployment. Don't worry, I'm gonna show a demo so you can see what I'm talking about. So it is one place that you can list your agents, deploy your agents, and then if you're ready, you can list these agents for other people to use it. We have very good factors as observability, so you can see how much costs your agents are doing. We have a huge library of models that are going to be showing you some of the models, and it's just easy. It's just easy. I'm going to show you how easy it is today. Okay, so we have the two tracks here. So one of the tracks will be, okay, I want to use a user. So I want to use an agent. So we have a library of the marketplace where I have the list of agents there, and then we can use that agent. And then on the other part, we have, I want to build an agent. So I have an agent, and how can I build this agent? How I can deploy this agent? So that's the two tracks that we have. Let me give you the walkthrough that you're going to be doing this. Do this live with you. So first, we need to have an image, so a Docker file. So you wrap your agent. So let's say I have my agent on my computer, my Hermes agent that I showed you earlier. It is working for one specific task. Let me give you an example of that task that I share with you. The task that I share with you, it is the daily digested news for AI and machine learning, which I'm having interested to because I write a lot of content regarding to that. So I pack that Hermes agent and into a Docker file. I put this Docker file, get this Docker file, and I put on AgentBox. Then I select the infra. On the infra is we can have two directions. We can self host everything on GMI, or we can and use the models from GMI, or just can host on GMI and have available there. And then after that, you set your selector model. So what models you're going to be using and the environmental variables. Next steps, we deploy it, and then you can monitor it. So after if you want to list your agents, you can just easily go there and listen for other people to have access to it. One thing that I think is very interesting for host this in GMI instead of hosting another hosting provider is because we not only host your agent there, your agent have access to over 200 models. And with one API key, you have access to all those models. And the good thing is we always have those models on the day one. So, or day zero with some models with NVIDIA as well. So pretty much you can have all the top models available. You don't need to rewrite anything in your code. You just switch. Okay, so we have now the new model from Anthropic. You just put the new model from Anthropic, and I want to see how it can reduce the cost. So let's try DeepSeek V4 instead of Cloud Opus 4.7, 4.8. So we can change things and see if it's still working the same quality that you want, and then we can kind of visualize all that on the platform. For example, and all that. So this content here for the models, and what I'm going to talk about Topify here. I created a blog post with which I'm going to share with you guys right after this session. It's a very interesting blog post. I'm going to do a blast on Luma. So this blog post talks about how easily you can change your models that you're using with GMI, as well as you can this more in depth about this Topify use case. So Topify, it is they have agents. They have 10 virtual agents that do a lot of things, and for them, help them to run their business. And so they had the agents on their Mac Minis locally, and have all the problems that we just discussed. So they moved to GMI, and now they have all the agents on the GMI infrastructure. They are running with your model as a service, and they're hosted on GMI. So this way makes them have a visualization of all the things that they need for run those agents. For example, if the agent starts to consume more money, what is the reason? Can we switch the model? Can we do the optimization on the skills to reduce the costs, or can we duplify? If what if we just multiply this agent multiple times? Can we reduce the amount of costs? Can we expand this? So there's so many things you can do once you have the power of the visualization of AgentBox. Okay, I'm gonna show this later, and I want to show you now the how it works. So let me open here for you to see. I have here the I have here the console. So after you log into GMI console, you can access all your agents from here. And on the left side, under Agent Box, we have Browse Agents, My Agents, and Register List. So here on the Browse Agents, we have the agents listed right now. So since this product was just live since Monday, we're still filling more agents here. But you can open here. For example, we have Hermes on agent, Hermes agent on GMI Cloud. So here's where you can get Hermes agents from here. Also, we have the full documentation that you need here if you wanna use Hermes agent using GMI Cloud. Coming back here on the list of agents, so you can see all the agents that I have here. And I want to do a walkthrough the end-to-end for us to register an agent. So if I click here to register an agent, I can select, there's two pathways. I can host on GMI or can just connect your agent. So here I will host this agent on GMI. So let's call it Rowan Hermes V2. And here we have, before build image, we have the model as a key, GMI model as a service API key and base URL. So this is already pre-filled. The moment you deploy an agent, automatically there's going to be pre-filled for you. So I'm going to click next. Here we can upload the image. It's going to coming soon, but right now we can select an image from here. I do have a image that I'm gonna be adding on. We can skip this for now. Let me see. I have another agent that's running. I'm gonna show you. So I just want to show you that full step here, and then I have here this agent that's already running here. Okay, so right here we can, if you have any extra credential to access your agent, you can select here or not. And this one is just a test. We don't need that. And here we can select the region. So I'm gonna select Iowa and the container as well for running this agent. And here we're gonna add the model as a service. So here we have Claude Opus 4.8, DeepSeek V4. So we have a lot of models that have access to it. So let's just select here Claude Opus. Oh yeah, I need to, let me just put this as a placeholder for you guys. Okay, good. And here, if you want to do a specific IP address that you want to configure it in your specific domain, so we can go to the next step here. And here we can add the custom variables. Let's say I'm using a database, I'm using some type of another service. Let's say I'm using another web scraper that requires API key. So you can add the custom variables right here, the key and the value. I don't have anything. So here we can see the entire cost to run this and my information's here. So I can go ahead and register there. So right here we have all the information that we have. We have the template ID, and here we have all the informations, and we have the API key as well. Of course, it's cropped here. So we have the API key that you can use. But be mindful, once you need to save the API key. Once that is done, it is done. We cannot go back that. So make sure you save your API key from here. So yeah, we have our agent registered right now. So that's our agent V2 right here. It is not active because I didn't put the image there. But I already have another test that I'm going to show you for you guys. Is this agent that I just spin up a couple last 1 hour ago, and you can see already the consumption here. But here we have all the information about this agent that is running, which I'm gonna show to you in more details right now. This is my agent. So we have here Rowan Harmus, and we have the ID here 09. And let me double check here. That's the, yeah, 068. Yeah, 068 right here. Yeah, so that's my agent, and that's the container. So what I did here, I'm gonna click play. So it's gonna, oh, let me refresh it. Oh, it's not working. I will come back in a moment. I think I already have one. Give me one moment. I will reshare my screen here in a second. So if you guys have any questions, I will show. Let me spin up the server once more here. If you guys have any questions, I'm on the chat here, and I can show it to you guys. And I have my Claude running here that I'm gonna be able to spin up this once more. And yeah, so if you guys have any like agent that you have right now that you have that have problem to deploy that, or if you have agent that you want to list, we are here to like talk to you and see the things that we can do it. Let me show you here when the new page here. Okay, live, and entire screen, Windows, Chrome tab, live agent. All right, here you go. I have it. I'm back here. Let's see. Yeah, I have my page here. Replace. Okay, I'm back up and running here. Vivian, can you please share my screen? If you, let me see here. Yeah, okay, my agent's running. Let me just make sure my screen has been shared right now. Give me, oh, here we go. All right, let me refresh here so you guys all can see. So I'm gonna click run here. Sorry for that. Sorry for the delay. That's the demo gods. All right, so that's my, again, that's my Hermes agent right here, where I'm gonna, why is running here? I will explain what's happening. So we have here the URL request, the server, and that's my, so the agent has the own API key once that's deployed. So that's my API key. And here I'm doing like a basic, I would say basic chatbot right here where we can, oh, let me refresh, try once more here. So, but I do have another option, another page here that is running. Yep. So right here we have the right here we have the the post URL. We have the GMI the server pointing. So all the API keys are stored on the agent. So we have the layer of security that I mentioned earlier. And here we have the pretty much like a chatbot interface that we can interact with it. And here, I want to show you like how does it works under the hood on this very basic example that was not fully working. But so on this example here, we have the provision. So we have first that one API key that is that spin up this agent, and then you can interact with it, or you can make the request with it. And then once you're not using it, shuts down. So let's talk about those three topics, because I think that those are very interesting points. So first, you first like first and third step, you spin up, you use it, and you shut down. So I was making the calculation for me to have my computer working like on 24 hours in my home. It would cost like 30 bucks per month. I'm on average if I have the monitor on. So uh, imagine I can use every only per request. I don't need to have that on all the time. So that's the step number 1 and 3. It's spin up, do the request to shut down. And then the step that talk with it. Another one that we can instead of use the like spend like money on and the infrastructure inference to run a specific model and takes time and then costs GPU time and all that, we can use only the specific amount that we need. That's why we do the model as a service that we can do that. So pretty much, we on this example here, what you're doing, we have the browser, and then we set up a tiny relay that's our local proxy that make the direct call with the agent, and then the agent do the request. So we're this in this example, I'm using the image from Hermes, and then the GMI model as a service do the whole processing for us. So on one side we have the agent box, which holds which holds and stored the agent there, and have the model as a service that consumes that allows you to consume all the models available very easily, very nicely. Uh, so yeah, that's what I have for you today so far. I would like you to introduce. Let me just stop sharing. Oh, actually, I wanna show you the QR code here for people that are interested to replace. I'm gonna select here the presentation right here and entire screen. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave here this QR code here if you are interested to host your agent there. If you already have a agent that you want to host there, you want to get the benefits. So I'm gonna leave this open here, and I would like to introduce you to Minjun. She's the product manager for AgentBox, and I wanna I cannot move here. Uh, uh, and I wanna introduce you guys, and I wanna just have some questions for her. So, Minjin, are you there? Give me a moment. Again, guys, I can see if you have questions in the chat. Please, let's make this session interactive. Okay. Can you hear me, Minjin? I can see you're there. Oh, I can see you now. I cannot hear you yet. Mm.
Oh,
Oh, I can hear you now.
oh, awesome, awesome.
Great. So I would like to introduce you to our audience, and I would like to introduce you by asking you, like, what is the biggest problem that you see the people, because I see that you're talking to a lot of founders that have agents and have problems to deploy it and have a lot of problems with stability on their services. What is the biggest problem that you see that we are solving right now?
I would definitely say a biggest problem that people are facing right now is that everything is scattered. For example, if they wanted to have access to models for the agents as a brain, they probably need a gateway for LLMs. And if they wanted to get a house for the agents, they wanted to be spin up probably 24/7 or for a period of amount of time to help them completing a task, they need to go out and explore for other holders. And Also, if they wanted to reach out for securities or also memories, observabilities, they still need to go out and see if there's other providers. But AgentBox, we're building a platform that is end to end where agents can scale up and find solutions here.
Amazing. And so we have some conversation with founders last week and this week. What is the most stood out from you from the use cases or the problems they're solving right now, such as Tiny Human, Morphic, or Topify?
Mhm. Some common problem that they're facing is definitely from model side. They're having limited access to models. For example, they might use Kimi for their agents today, and tomorrow they probably wanted to change it to Anthropic. But some of the model providers do have rate limit, or they just encounter different issues when they wanted to hop on different providers. But in GMI Cloud here, it's one API, one unified API where you can access all different models. And something I also notice is that most of them are really do care about their data privacy. That said, they don't want their users' privacy to get leaked when they're running their agents. So in GMI Cloud, AgentBox is we do serve by tenant isolation, network isolation, and if in also in machine levels of isolation, we do support that as well. So I would definitely say security is also an issue that founders is really cares about, and right now AgentBox is helping them to solve with.
Amazing. Okay, so let's say I have an agent right now and I want to get onboarded. What should I do? Should I talk to you, reach out to you, and contact form, or what is the best way for us to onboard those agents right now?
Definitely reach out to me. I would love to see how people are building their agents. What are some of the blockers that you encountered? And most importantly, how GMI Agent Box can help you to solve this problem. So if you come up to our landing page, there is a big CTA there. You can fill in your questions, and it will lead to my calendar. So feel free to book a call with me, talk about some of the questions that you have, the blockers that you have when you're scaling up your agent, and just to let me know. And another easy way that is you can log into our console and just simply start to deploy. Yeah, you can always start from there and contact me on LinkedIn or through my calendar. Yeah.
Amazing. So yeah, if you want to do it, just go to the GMI website. We have there on the models agent box. You can go there. There's a button like, and then contact us, and then there's gonna go straight to Minjin, and you guys can discuss how you can make this happen. So yeah, I'm super excited to see what people are doing, and I have access here to the chat, and so far I have no questions. I'm gonna do the last call for you. If you guys have any questions, please type here. Again, we want to make those sessions valuable for you. I want to make those sessions interactive with you. Gonna be this very often, those webinars, but I want to make sure you guys are getting value. You guys are getting the information you want to get out of this. And so yeah, feel free to put in the chat there, and if not, I think we can wrap it up.
I saw someone who actually have a question on whether to possible to host in Germany. Have we answered that question yet?
Oh no.
Oh yeah,
Can
I
we?
wanted to. Yes, I wanted to point out that right now for early access, we're mostly opening just for US regions, but just wanted to let you know that we do have 9 data centers across the globe, which we do have a few in the US, um, 2 AI factories in APAC, and also 2 data centers in Europe. They're not in Germany, but super close to Germany, Iceland, and also Sweden. So you can definitely host your agent. If that's what you're referring to, you can definitely host your agents in our European data center. Yeah.
So if you have your agent in Frankfurt, make sure to talk to Minjin. She definitely can
Yeah.
help you to set up everything. And we do want to hear the use case that you guys have. Again, we are on the we are on the AI era. We see new things every time. We want to help to create this ecosystem for we grow together, because if it works for you, it might works for other people. If it works for other people, we can you can finance your projects and grow your business. So we are here to help you to set this up. So yeah, make sure to reach out to Minjin because he can definitely help you.
Yep.
Are we able to get or apply for free credits? Yes, we can. We can do that. Then you can test it, and you can. If you are on the Discord channel, you can just DM me. I can give you some credits that you can test it and test it out and see if that makes sense for you for sure.
Yeah, and also wanted to add on that we're actually not only giving out free credits, we also support POC periods of up to complimentary access to all of our infrastructure. So if you're interested, book a call with me. We can discuss over, and you can see what discounts that we can offer for you.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah. So if you have an agent and you want to deploy this agent and start to make money right now, yeah, the person needs to talk, as mentioned. But also, I'm here to support and to give anything that you guys need and give the resources that you need for you to be successful in your deployments as well. So yeah, definitely reach out. I think the easiest way to reach out is on Discord. We're always there. Just send a message there and tag us, and we can make things happen. Okay, guys. So really appreciate it, Minjin. Thank you for your participation. And again, I hope you guys had a very good time and learned something out of the session. If you have any suggestion for next sessions, please share on Discord. Please send a message here. We are happy to support you guys. All right. And okay, I really appreciate your time. Thank you, Minjin, for you coming here and give your side of your side of story of like about the AgentBox. I really appreciate it.
Of course, of course. Glad that we can help more people to scale.
All right. And I see you guys on the next webinar.